Welcome to Iconix virtual classes. I have Tyler and I also have Jess. We're going virtual today. We have an awesome strength circuit for you. It's all upper body focused. We've got 2 blocks. Within each block there will be 4 exercises. All you need for these exercises is going to be free weights. I would suggest a mat if you've got that at home, and then also some resistance bands. There's so many things that you guys can use at home to accommodate for what we've got here. So if you have a stability ball, if you have a bench that's on your dining room table, I'll kind of guide you through that and cue that as we move through the block today. So let's go ahead and start with block number 1. Our first exercise is going to be a dumbbell pullover. You're gonna need 1 heavier dumbbell. I'm gonna have both of them set up on their benches. Again, you could use a stability ball for this. You could also use a couple chairs that are put together. I'm gonna have them take that dumbbell. They're gonna set up where the dumbbell is right on top of their chest and shoulders. You're gonna have a slight minimal bend in the elbows, keeping the arms as straight as you can. You're gonna lengthen the arms back so you feel a really good stretch in the lats, but also maintaining good rib cage connection in the front, and then exhale to bring that dumbbell back up. We're gonna perform 10 repetitions of every exercise, so I'm gonna let these 2 go ahead. Nice big inhale as you send the dumbbell back, and then nice big exhale to bring it through. And again, the entire time really focusing on good rib cage connection, keeping the ribs down and in, squeezing the glutes as well so you've got good stability on that bench. Once we perform 10 repetitions of that, we'll move into the second exercise. Nice job, you guys. Such serious faces. Good. Nice. So once they come up from that dumbbell pullover, their transition is basically gonna be their break. From there, we're gonna go into a single-sided kneeling shoulder press. So whatever side you're gonna be pressing with, so if it's the right arm, we're gonna kneel back with that right knee. Abs nice and tight, chest is lifted, shoulders back, and then the opposite arm, I wanna see that arm nice and strong. You're gonna press that weight all the way up in a neutral fashion, and then bring it right back down to the shoulder with control. So we're gonna go 10 reps on that right side. Jess is doing an awesome job keeping abs nice and tight. You've got that kneeling leg to find good support in the legs. And then keeping that opposite arm nice and strong is also gonna help you stabilize through that movement. I wanna see nice strong lockout at the top, pressing all the way up as if you were gonna be pressing through that ceiling. So we'll get 10 on that right side. And then when these guys are ready, we're gonna switch over to that left side. So again, if you're pressing with that left arm, we're gonna kneel back with that left leg. Good. So nice big inhale, nice big exhale to press that weight up overhead. And again, keeping that connection in the rib cage. So I wanna see those ribs down and in, stacked straight to the floor, and then getting a strong lockout at the top. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Good, so after we get done with that single-sided overhead press, we're gonna move right into a dumbbell bicep curl. I'm gonna invite you to do this exercise standing. If you have it not available to you because of your low back, you're welcome to even do a seated variation. So these guys are gonna keep their palms facing forward. They're gonna curl all the way up, and then we're gonna do a nice slow controlled tempo on the way down. So you wanna see really minimal movement through the lower body and focusing all on the biceps. Chest is up nice and high, shoulders are back. We're gonna knock out 10 reps of that. Nice slow tempo as we go down, and abs nice and tight. And again, feel free to do this exercise seated. You can do this exercise with any weights that you have available. I think even doing this exercise with canned goods at home, wine bottles, because I know you guys all bought some wine, anything that's available to you. So after we're done with the bicep curl, the last exercise on this block, you guys, is gonna be our tricep pushdown. So I'm gonna have these guys go ahead and get their bands. I like to kind of choke up on top of the band a little bit higher just so you have extra tension. Elbows are gonna stay locked by your side, and you're gonna press straight down, and then nice slow controlled tempo on the way up. Notice they're all keeping their chests up, their shoulders are back. I also like to think of hips forward, keep the glutes tight so that your whole body is working even though you're just working your triceps. Yeah, so we'll get 10 repetitions of that. Awesome, you guys. Tyler, check out those guns. Beautiful. Nice, that's gonna wrap up block number 1. Every time you complete those 4 exercises, I wanna make sure that you take that 60 to 90 second rest break, and then we're gonna go right into round 2 of that. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good? All right, so let's go ahead and knock out that first exercise again, our dumbbell pullover. I'm always gonna invite you guys know if you've been in my classes, to up your weight if you have that available to you. So again, getting the arms up, I'll have these guys go ahead and perform 10 repetitions. And again, you guys, if you don't have a bench at home, don't get too worried about that. Stability ball, again, is a great option. You could even do this exercise on the floor if you don't have anything to lay on top of. It's just gonna kind of shorten up your range of motion. But this is also a great back exercise, but also notice how much core stability is also available for you in this exercise. Good, you guys. So getting those 10 repetitions. And then I'm gonna have you guys go right into your single-sided overhead press. I'm gonna also invite you guys with single-sided exercises. I always encourage my clients to start with their weaker side. That's a great way to kind of minimize any imbalances that you've got going on in your shoulders. That neutral grip, a little bit safer on the shoulders as well, and noticing again that their opposite arm is nice and strong. Good, awesome, you guys. Pulling those ribs down and in, abs nice and tight. Beautiful. Good, so we'll get 10 on that right side, or whatever side you decided to start with, and then we'll get the opposite side for another 10 reps. Awesome, nice big inhales, nice big exhales. Make sure you're recruiting your breath so we get better recruitment of your core as well. Excellent, you guys. Good, so again, right after that single-sided overhead press, we're gonna go right into dumbbell bicep curls. So again, seated or standing, curling the weights all the way up. I always like to think of a nice smooth arc as you bring the weights up and really controlling that tempo down. So the more that you can control the negatives in any exercise, the stronger you're gonna get, and the more stability that you are going to find in your body. Good, so abs nice and tight, hips are forward, glutes are activated. Shoulders are back and down. Good. And then our last exercise of this training block, you guys, tricep pushdown. Heavier bands are gonna make the exercise a little bit more intense. Lighter bands will be less intense. And again, you can choke up on that band a little bit higher for more tension as well. Beautiful. Good, and with banded exercises, you guys as well, you can always go a little bit higher reps. So if you wanted to knock out 15 to 20 repetitions of that, that's another way to bring some intensity into this exercise. All right, yes. So that was block number 1, but you guys are welcome to perform 2 more sets of that if you guys would like on your own. So press pause right now, do those 2 sets, and then come and meet us back into this block number 2. So we're gonna head into that right now. We've got a dumbbell chest press. All my guys out there, I know you're gonna love this exercise. We're gonna go with a neutral chest press. So elbows are gonna stay tight to the body. We're gonna set up the dumbbells in a parallel fashion. Abs are gonna be nice and tight. You're gonna press straight up to the ceiling. Make sure you guys lats are nice and tight as you release the dumbbells back towards your chest. So although we're working our chest, we have to stabilize our back, keeping your abs tight as well. So we'll get 10 repetitions of that. Nice and easy. I find also that a neutral grip for my clients is a lot easier on the shoulders versus a wide chest press. You guys are welcome to try that variation, but if you find that you have tender shoulders, a harder time stabilizing, this is a great variation for you. Good. So once we get those 10 repetitions, we're gonna head right into a dumbbell back row. I'm gonna have Jess do a standing variation. I'm gonna have Tyler do a kneeling variation. So if you have a tender low back, not enough core stability, I'm gonna have you do what Tyler's doing. Jess is gonna kneel or hinge over, chest forward, butt back, and she's gonna pull those dumbbells back towards her hips. I'd like to see you guys hold each rep for a couple seconds and then do a nice slow tempo release. You'll notice Tyler is modifying over here. So he's just doing a kneeling variation. Abs are still really tight on this one. He's gonna get 10 repetitions on the right and then 10 repetitions on the left. So take your time with it. I'll have Tyler go ahead and switch sides here so he meets up with Jess. Good, so just getting a few reps there. So take your time with it. And while I'm having Tyler finish up, I'm gonna have Jess start to get her skull crusher weight. So this is gonna be the third exercise on block number 2. So you are gonna need 2 weights on this. You could use 1 weight as well if you don't have 2 available. I'm gonna have this exercise also be performed lying down. So they're gonna lay down on their bench. Again, if you don't have a bench, you could even do this on the ground. Stability ball can create more of a stability challenge. You're gonna bring the weights up, stack them up on top of the shoulders. We're gonna get a full 90-degree flexion at the elbows so that the weights almost kiss the bench, and then fully extend the arms back up. And again, this is another opportunity to really focus on good core stability as you're working your triceps. I like to see a minimal movement of the elbows. So notice Tyler's doing an awesome job not allowing the elbows to travel forward and backwards, going all the way down and coming all the way up. And he's getting a good little sweat on, I like it. So we'll get 10 repetitions of this as well. And then we're gonna head into our last exercise on block number 2. So the last one, you guys, is gonna be, again, a band exercise. I really wanted to incorporate a lot of bands in these exercises because I know some of you guys, that's all you have at home. So they're gonna grab their band, they're gonna face towards the wall. Whenever I am working shoulders, I always think about where my elbows are leading. So we're gonna be working the posterior delt, the rear delt, so they're gonna guide and lead with the elbows, pull back, and then nice slow release forward. I'm gonna give them 15 to 20 reps on this just to really get some good movement into the back of the shoulder. This is a great way to intensify just by upping that rep range just a little bit more. I also think about when you pull your elbows back, think about ripping the band apart, and you're gonna feel the rear delts activate even more. How are we doing, you guys?
Good.
Do we feel it?
Yeah, I feel it.
All right. So 15 to 20 of those, and then we're gonna rest. So again, after every set that you guys do, I'd love to see you guys rest for about 60 to 90 seconds. You can set a timer on your phone, and then we are gonna do round 2 of block 2. Nice job, you guys. All right, so we're gonna go round 2. You guys ready?
Yes.
I'm not giving you guys very much rest. That's okay. So I'm gonna intensify block 2 just a little bit more. So on this chest press, when you guys perform it, I wanna see you guys do a 4-second negative on the way down. So we go a little bit slower. That's a great way to intensify your workouts as well. So keeping the lats, again, super tight, back is stable. You're gonna go down 4 seconds, slow to the bottom part of the range, and then pressing back up to that top range. Beautiful. Good, and then hearing them breathe as well. So nice big inhale through that 4-second negative, and then nice big exhale as they press up. Beautiful, you guys. Good, and they're both doing a really nice job with core stability. Those ribs are down and in. Nice big exhales as they press. Beautiful job, you guys. Good, nice job. Good, so we're gonna head into the second exercise. We're gonna do that dumbbell back row again. I'm gonna have Tyler just perform 5 reps on each side just so they're in sync with time, but please feel free to perform 10 on each side. Both of you guys are gonna do that same negative. So that nice slow 4 seconds down. So we're gonna hold it at the top range, nice big squeeze, and then slow tempo on the way down. Good, and Tyler's making sure that he's pulling that dumbbell back towards his hip crease. He should be feeling his abs engaging and chest is up. And then I like to always just think of lengthening the back of the neck so that the head is not overly extending and you're also not looking down. Nice job, you guys, really good control. Beautiful. All right, so after our dumbbell back row, third exercise, we're going into skull crushers. I'm gonna ask these guys to do the exact same thing, 4-second negative. So again, this is gonna intensify this set a little bit. Also make sure you guys, they're doing a really good job making sure their head is on the bench. So whether you guys are using a bench or a stability ball, make sure your head positioning is really good. Nice, and they're both doing a really good job keeping minimal movement in the elbows and getting that full 90-degree flexion. Nice, you guys. Abs are nice and tight, nice big exhales. Awesome job. They're so happy they only have one exercise left, let me tell you. All right, so we're gonna come all the way up. You guys, last exercise of the day. Again, really good burnout for the back of the shoulders. I'm gonna ask them to perform, again, 15 to 20 reps. So again, chest is up nice and high. They're gonna lead with the elbows and think about ripping that band apart as they pull it back. With face pulls as well, I always have clients ask me where to pull to. It really depends on the client. You can pull anywhere from about chin level up to the forehead. Everyone kind of feels their rear delts in a different position. You'll notice Tyler is a little bit lower, he's a little bit more towards his throat, and then Jess is a little bit more towards the nose positioning. So they're gonna get 15 to 20 reps of that, and then they're probably gonna go eat lunch. All right, nice job, you guys. So that is set 2 of block 2. I'd love to see you guys perform at least 1 to 2 more sets of that. I think you'll get a nice sweat on like Tyler. Jess looks like she barely worked out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really excited that we are putting on these classes for you guys and just bringing the community together, even though we can't be together. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our Iconix family. See you later.